Good morning, all of you. I am very happy to meet you all in my presentation today. I am Nusfar Nisar, Department of Languages and Communication Studies, Trincomalee campus. So I use this opportunity to thank Dr. Niruba Jayasundara, Senior Lecturer of Linguistics at Trincomalee campus, for giving me this opportunity. Um, so without any delay, let's quickly get into my presentation. So today my topic is pitch. So here what I am going to explain you is what is pitch, individual pitch range, pitch variation, the importance of pitch in conveying meaning in English. So first of all, what is pitch? Actually, it's a suprasegmental feature. So pitch is the highness or the lowness of our voice. Actually, it's the change in our voice, whether it is high or low. But it is not the change in our voice, volume. Actually, it is whether it is loud voice or quiet voice. So the pitch of a sound depends on the rate of vibration of the vocal cords. So first of all, you have to know what is our vocal cords. You can see a picture of vocal cords in this slide. So the vocal cords are designed in our throat. So next, what is the rate of vibration? Yes, rate of vibration means the frequency of vibration of our vocal cords. So it determined by the frequency of vibration of the vocal cords. So here you have to know what is frequency. Actually, we can say frequency is a technical term. It referring to the number of completion or complete repetitions of vibrations in our vocal cords. So the unit of frequency measurement is hertz. It's symbolized as capital H and simple Z. So, for example, I can explain this frequency in another way. So, if you make, for example, if you make 220 complete closing and opening movements in your vocal cords, it means the frequency of your voice is 220, 220 hertz. So if you raise your vibration, or if you raise your frequency of your vocal cord, means you raise your voice. It means the pitch of your voice. So the frequency of the vocal cords vibration is solely dependent on the length and thickness and tension. So adjusting your thickness as well as this tension, you can adjust your pitch level. So and normally the pitch range of an average person remains inside the 70 hertz to 200 hertz mark. So in a sound with a high pitch, we can say there is a high frequency of vibration in our vocal cords. So there is a famous definition Martha Pennington states in her book titled Phonology in English Language Teaching, an internal approach that uh, somebody's average pitch level is determined by the size of the vocal cords. So men have longer vocal cords compared to women and children, and so men's vocal pitch tends to be lower or deeper in general. It means naturally we are designed with a different length of vocal cords. It means that men has longer vocal cords and women has short vocal cords compared to the men. So that's why men has the lower pitch, and naturally women has the high pitch. And also you can see here through this picture the differences between low pitch and high pitch. So if you keenly look into this diagram, that the low here the time duration of the both pitches are same. You can, for example, you can think it's within a second. So but here the differences are the number of the waves. So here low pitch has the minimum number of the waves and high pitch has the maximum number of the waves. And also the length between two waves are different. So I can simply say the rate of a pitch level can be measured through the number of lengths and also with the length of the waves of this pitch or the sound waves. So this is all about the introduction about pitch. So there is another thing in pitch you have to know is individual pitch range. So we know that every individual has a unique features for their voice. So if you, for example, if you hear two voices, suddenly at the first time you can understand both voices are not the sounds of same person, because you will feel the difference between that both sounds. So that is the one of the aspects which is make those voice different is this pitch. So, uh, so there is a pitch range for every individual apart from model pitch. So what is model pitch? It is the average pitch. As I said earlier, I stated that there is an average pitch for every average person, which is between 70 hertz and 200 hertz. So the frequency of the vocal cords vibration is solely dependent on the length, thickness, and tension. So this length is a natural thing. We earlier saw that men and women has the different length of the vocal cord. So we can't adjust that thing, but we can adjust this tension. If we make adjusting this tension of vocal cords, we can change the pitch level of our voice. So to raise one of the person's pitch level, we can tighten our vocal cords. If we tighten our vocal cords, our pitch level of our voice will be raised. It will be high. And if we loosen our vocal cord, our pitch level of our voice will be lower. So normally, musicians, especially singers, adjust their pitch level according to the songs, because some songs needs the high pitch level of high pitch level, and also some song needs low pitch level. So according to the need of their songs, especially singers adjust their pitch level of their voices. So not only for the music, but also for effective speaking too, one has to practice similar adjustments to their vocal cords. So if we speak in a same, without making any pitch in a same pitch level, then there is no any effectiveness in our speech. So if you make high level in some places and in high level, in low level in some places, then only our speech will be effective. So making our speeches effective, so we have to make changes in our pitch level. But this change level is not as much as the singers making. So it's there is some difference. So when the right amount of variance are present among the individuals, the speech becomes more meaningful and accurate to the listeners. That we can say, if a person make the like this, individuals makes like this difference in pitch level, their speech will be more meaningful and accurate. So here the point which is noted is that every individual has the different pitch range. So the pitch range is differ person to person. So another big topic in pitch is pitch variation. So one's ability to vary frequency of the vocal cords vibration when speaking. We can say this in simple words, that we can say vocal cords vibrates at different frequencies, and therefore voice can be produced at different pitches. So this different is called as pitch variation. As I told earlier, that with the changing of the tension in the vocal cords, the pitch variants in speech are happened. So by adjusting our vocal cords, we can change our pitch level. This changes in our pitch level is called as pitch variation. So pitch variation is caused by two things. First one is stretching and tensing the vocal cords. I earlier told you that we can adjust our pitch level by using this tension. So the more tense, if we tense more, the pitch level of our voice is high. And if you tense it less, then we will get a low pitch level. So the second one is change the pressure below the vocal cords. So we know we have a glottal point in our throat, in our it means in our vocal cords. So if we higher the subglottal pressure, then we can get a higher pitch level. And if we make the lower glottal pressure, then we can get a lower pitch level. So I can explain you through example from low to high. So here the same person, Roy, is calling by someone. So first, if the person use the low pitch level, Roy, calling Roy in a very good manner with positive mood. So with that pitch level, we can understand the person's, the speaker's mood, because the pitch level is low, and it gives the meaning of that he is in a positive mood, good mood likewise. So it's the low level of Roy. Then if we use the high pitch level, Roy, so the high pitch level and the low pitch level, there is the not a difference is the loudness. Okay, if we speak, if we call someone in a quiet voice, not it means the lower level of the pitch level. If we call that same person in a loud voice, it doesn't mean that it's a lower level of the pitch. So it is according to the frequency of the vibration. I explained it earlier. So if we use the high pitch level, Roy, calling Roy with an angry mood. So through the level of the pitch, we can understand whether they are moods or so many things. That are the things we are going to deal with now. So many kinds of information can be conveyed by variation in pitch. So let's talk about them one by one. First, information that personal characteristics of the speaker. So through the pitch variation, we can convey many characteristics of the speaker. So for example, sex, age, emotional status. So I again and again tell that statement that man and naturally men and women have the different length of vocal cords. So naturally they have the different pitch level. So and also age. So we know the difference between sound or a voice of a child, baby, and also the a voice or the sound of a man, an older man. So there are difference. That difference makes because of this pitch level and also emotional status. I explained this emotional status in this previous example. That's that we can understand a speaker's mood or emotions through their but how they use their pitch level to speak. So second one is to mark the boundaries of syntactic units. So here, syntactic unit means that we use pitch to mark the completion of a grammatical sentences. Here, the last syllable. So you can understand this point through these examples. I gave you an example, and in these three sentences, you have the word late. So first, I am late. It's a statement of fact. And in second sentence, I am late, it's an expression of surprise. So we can use two different pitch levels. For example, for a statement of fact, I am late. So expressions, I am late. So by expressing a surprise feeling, so we can pronounce it. But in this two sentences, the position of the word late has final position. But when it's come to next sentence, he is late comer. He is late comer. So it's also a statement. But here, the position of the word is differ, medial position. So if the position of the words differs, then the pitch level also change. So if it gets a final position, the pitch level will be high. I am late. Then if it gets the medial position, he is a late comer, then the pitch level of that word becomes lower. So the next one is to mark questions. So we can say in incomplete utterances also, we can use this pitch to differentiate. So you can understand this through this example. You bought sugar. First one, you bought sugar. It's a statement. It's a statement. So here you can see the difference. You bought sugar. It's a low pitch we use. You bought sugar. And next sentence, you bought sugar. It's like a question, and also that sugar emphasize that it's a question, and it gets the high level of pitch. So here, what the sentences are same, the words are same in this sentence, but what makes the difference whether it is question or not, the pitch level. So final thing, to teach the meaning of a word. So according to the pitch level, whether it is high or low, we can get several meanings. But the word is same. The how can I say, the spelling of words are same, but there is a different in this pitch level. For example, in Mandarin, there are four tones have the values of high level. So the word is ma, but there is difference in this pitch level. First one is high level, ma, then it gives the meaning mother. Second one is mid-rising, ma, and it gives the meaning for ham. And third one is ma, it gives the meaning for horse. And fourth one, it's a high falling tone, so ma. Actually, we don't know how to pronounce this ma in correct way in Mandarin, but we can understand the difference that it is a high level, whether it is mid-rising or not. So through this, we can get the different meaning. So to get different meaning, so we can use this pitch level in several languages. So this is all about how the pitch level conveys several things. So next point is variation of pitch may be related to relatively long stretches of speech. It means which may be mainly syllables in length and which corresponds to relatively large grammatical units, such as a sentence. So this speech variation occurs in a large grammatical units. It can be a sentence. So you can see, what did you put in my drink, Jan? If we use such a kind of lower level of our pitch, then it will give the meaning of unhappiness. So this pitch is used not in a single word or single syllable, but in whole syllables, whole sentence. And next one is, what did you put in my drink, Jan? So differentiating that, first one shares the feeling unhappiness. So second one, the speaker expect the ingredient of that drinks. So name of the drink. And next one is pitch variation used this way is called intonation. So we can say this intonation can be a statement or a interrogative. So intonation refers to the voice or pitch contour that can be utilized to change a sentence. So here we can use these two pitch. You can understand falling pitch and rising pitch. It means the pitch gets a fall. It's a high level, and also rise means the pitch level gets a low level. So he left for you to follow. He left for you to follow. It means it's a falling pitch. And he left direction for you to follow. It means it gets a rising pitch. Then here difference also meaning also different. He left you to follow means it suggests it gives the meaning of that negative one, negative feeling for that listener. So it's a falling pitch from that highness to low level. Here he left direction for you to follow. It's a rising pitch because he left at least a direction. So it's a it gives the positive meaning. So from low to it becomes high. So these are all about the pitch variation. So the next topic is it's an important to the English language, the importance of pitch in conveying meaning in English. We saw that in Mandarin we have the different meanings for the same word according to the pitch level. So in English also there is a pitch variation that conveys meaning in different way. So it's according to the two ways. First one is on English accent placement. So here you have to know what is accent. Here the accent means not normally what you know that according to the geographical area, the pronunciation, the way of speaking is differ. That is the better here. So here the accent means when we put a stress or when we put a importance, not stress, we can here tell the importance. The importance on such a syllable, which is accent here. So to emphasize something, to emphasize a word, emphasize or a matter in a sentence, we put a importance to a such a syllable, which is called accent here. So you can understand this through this example. So here, Mary is good at running. So Mary is good at running is the answer for the three questions. But the expectation of the speaker from these three questions is different. Okay, but we can understand that the different what he is expecting from his question is according to his question and also the according to his answer. So look at the first question. What is Mary good at? So he is asking, he or she is asking the what is. Then he need the answer, what is Mary good at? So then we can tell Mary is good at running. So what? Running. So we will emphasize, we want to emphasize the word running. Then we will make the high pitch on the word. We will use the importance on the syllable run. So you can see it in a capital letters. Who is good at running? Then he is expecting the answer of who. Then the word which is Mary gets the importance. So the syllable will be high level. Mary is good at running. So is Mary bad at running? So its answer should be good or bad. So whether it is yes or no, then no, Mary is actually good at running. Good. So here the word good gets the importance. So it gets the high level of the pitch. So here we can get the different meaning according to the accent placement. So next one is on tune of English sentence. So here tune means the act of adjusting the voice in order to get the individual tones correct. So there are different tones, different tunes in our sound to differentiate or to get a correct tone. So you can see in both these sentences, there are these both words, you and green. So in first sentence, I'm not into that green dress. Yeah, you don't like green. So here, the word emphasizing is, the tune of the word is, we actually see this you and green. So you can compare this with another sentence. I'm not into that green dress. Why don't you look like green? So the tone of these both words, you and green, are differ in these two words. So it means it conveys different meanings. I'm not into that green dress. It gives the meaning of she doesn't like. And I'm not into that green dress in second in another different tune. It gives that the listener asks, don't you like green? It conveys such a tone and such a meaning. So these are all about pitch and individual pitch range, and also as well as this pitch variation. So this is the final part of my presentation, uh, that I hope that you could understand that these things through my presentation. So pitch as a basic property of sounds and an important suprasegmental feature of speech. And also pitch is the highness or the lowness of a voice. We saw that it is not the loud or the quiet of the sound. It means quiet of the volume. It is the highness or the lowness of our voice. It related with the frequency of the vibration of our vocal cords. So in other words, it's the frequency of the sound waves that we produce with we are speaking. So I explained this in previous slides. So pitch variation conveys the different meanings. So I hope you all understood what is pitch and what are the things related with this pitch very clearly. So I like to, and I wind up my presentation. Thank you. Thank you all for joining.